Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today, this beautiful day of March, God's Day. I'm sitting here in one of my spots, and the light of God is just warming on me. And I have been blessed, and I am just so grateful and thankful for life. As we head on into spring, what once was gone, thought to be gone, is coming alive again. You know, the birds are chirping. There's a, squeal in the air because you hear the children over there. You hear the children playing. A busy place, a park, it's a place where people come together. Sow love to grow love. I tell you, my life has been a journey. It really has. March 1st was my birthday, and the day before, just out the clear blue, here comes a blast from the past. Here come baby daddy number one. My first baby daddy coming flying into town, come to see the kids, but because they grown, and they brought him by, and it was nice to see him because I hadn't seen him since my son graduated college, so it was very nice to see him. And then he treated us to dinner because my son's birthday is the day after mine, so he treated us to dinner. And so we all sat there. We had a very, very nice time. Had a real nice time. Compared to the times when they were little, we couldn't get along for nothing. But we sat there and talked and laughed, took pictures. It was a very nice time. Grandbaby there, and it just remind me of when the children were little and we bickering back and forth, and different scenes and stuff, and just how you grow and how you mature, how you learn. At some point in life, you have to take some lessons and you have to make changes. You have to grow. See, because where I used to, somebody say something crazy, I'm ready to go say something crazy back at them. But see, you learn, don't feed into that. That's one thing you can't control is somebody's mouth. Just the same, you can't control somebody's radio. When they come to the park, they think they own the park. They want everybody to hear the music. They got it turned up loud so everybody can hear. Everybody don't want to hear that. Some people just want to hear the peace and quiet of nature, hear the children playing. Children playing is like music to our ears. It really is. To hear the sound of children playing, that's music to our ears. My grandbaby over there, he one of them voices over there squealing and playing. He came to the car and said he wanted to get his scooter for this kid over there. That's what he said. He wanted to let some little boy ride his scooter. And he just as sweet, as generous as he can be. He's very kind. He takes love. He takes God with him because I taught him God. I taught him love. So I'm turned and I'm looking towards the light of God. And the love that we have on this earth, love is the greatest power. Just like this sun that beams down on us when the clouds let it, when the clouds won't hide it. The sun that beams down on us, that's love that God has given us. And we on this earth just spinning. As the world turns, the world is just spinning. It's going. On its axis, it's spinning. But we're still. We can walk, we can jump, we can run, we can play. Isn't it amazing just the way that God has things planned? Just as God has a plan for you, God has a beautiful plan for you. God has great plans for you. Only God knows the plans that God has for you. God said, "For I know the thoughts that I have for you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Those are God's words. So, tell her, we here. This is life. We growing. This is what it is. All around us, different things, may irritate you. Some stuff you can overlook. We need to start looking towards God. That's the overlook. Look towards God, because we're going to put God over everything. Because, see, God is already sitting high and looking low. God already sees what goes to and fro. So that's God has the master plan. So we are sticking with the master's plan, and we gonna rise. Here we stand. We gonna sow love. We gonna take a stand. We got to empower ourselves. We really do. We have to empower ourselves. If you don't empower you, who will? So I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you be empowered. I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you that by His Spirit, the Spirit of God within you, yes, you can achieve your dreams, kings and queens. Yes, you can do it. You are the author of your destiny. God is the finisher of our faith. What we believe, what you believe, that's it. Because you're going to design it. What you believe, you the one going to map it out. You the one that's going to make it happen. I saw a truck driver got a patent, and I was just so happy for him, just so happy for my brother. He just standing there with a big old smile on his face. He got a patent, for hooking up a big rig onto a truck, hooking, how they hook up together. And so he got a patent for doing something, to do with that. And I just think it's beautiful when we are achieving, when we are right. I love. I love to see everybody come up. But I truly love to see my people come up, honey. I got to give it to my people. True, because we've been down, But it's time for us to rise, because what we going to do is look at ourselves. Start with the man and woman in the mirror, Ask them to change their ways, because with growth comes change. You got to have change if you're going to grow. You got to look at you. What can I do? How can I fix me? Where can I sow? Because, see, when it comes to your children, all you can do, if they grown, is pray over them, and give them to God. And know that God got the plan anyway. However way it go, God got the plan. Because, see, I pray over my son, so that oldest one, I pray over him. I just pray over him. And, but he's a strong believer in God. But I understand, too, I'm going to tell you something. If I die tomorrow, I'll die a happy woman, because, God, I sought out God. And God gave me the desires of my heart. But I know, that God got further plans for me, because God has shown me these plans. Revelation, the confirmation. When you seek God, God will reveal things to you. Really. When you seek God every day, God will begin to reveal things to you where you wanted to know. Well, God, I want to know how that. God will show you. God will reveal it to you. But see, you can't just go seeking God only on one day and then think God gonna reveal it all the other days. No, you got to put God over all. You got to put God in everything. Everywhere you go. Whatever you do, put God in it with you. Take God to work with you. Have God right there. God is within you. So God is there with you, but see, you got to stop doing you. You got to let go too. You and God can't do it. You got to let go and let God do it. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the process that God got you growing through, because we going to grow through. We are going to grow through, and I just thank God. I thank God. I'm so grateful. So grateful on my birthday. The Spirit of the Lord told me to go down to this store, and I went in there and talked to the supervisor, and the supervisor hired me on the spot. I never told him it was my birthday. I didn't tell him it was my birthday until I didn't tell him at all. He asked for my ID and Social Security card so he can copy it for the I-9 form, and he saw it. He said, "Well, happy birthday." And I said, "Ain't it though? Praise God. I got a job today." So I got a job on my birthday. This girl is on fire for God. I'm telling you, I'm on fire for God. And now I can see clearly now. Now I can see a way. Now I can see where God gonna have me doing. Have me growing, have me sowing. Sowing seeds of love. I'm lifting. I'm telling you something. We're gonna come up. We're gonna come up as a people. One nation, one world, one race, human, one blood, red, grow positive, all over the world. We're going to come together. Just like these people here down here at this part, you just wouldn't believe what I just see, just a whole ethnicity group of different folks, just walking to and fro, waving, smiling, because it's the first really beautiful day, spring day that we have, even though spring is not here, but it feels like it. And everybody is out. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. And it's a beautiful day in the Lord that he has blessed me to be able to be working, and I'm very thankful. Right down the street from the house, really within walking distance, right down, and gas is $4 a gallon, right down the street from the house. So see, I'm telling you, trust the process, because when I went to Africa, honey, I'm telling you, I love talking about it, because it was a once in a lifetime journey. Just once in a lifetime. So when I went to Africa, I went trusting in God, truly. I had to step out on faith. I had to believe in the Lord. When I got up there to that ticket agent, the ticket counter, and had to do that travel permit, I didn't think it was going, I didn't know if it was going to go through, because no numbers was working. My number, nobody's number. No, even the ticket agent, he put numbers in. No number worked until they came and gave me their hotel. See, that was God sent that couple there, because they gave me that hotel number, and then at the end, they gave me some wisdom. They gave me something to meditate on. Yep, some godly wisdom. Who would have knew that I saw them on the way back? They gave me some godly wisdom. And God will bring people into your life for you to grow with. God will bring people into your life to leave something on you, on your spirit, that'll tell you which direction you need to be growing in. Somebody just come and say a word to you. Just say something to you. Anything. And it depends on how you take it. Is the direction that you're going to grow in. Are you going to grow in a good direction? Or are you going to grow in the opposite direction? No, we want to grow in the righteous direction. God is good. We want to grow in the good direction. We want to grow towards the Lord. See, so we going to turn, we really getting ready to turn to the light, the love of God. The light, the love of God. If you notice anything that's growing, it reaches towards the sunlight. Anything that's trying to grow, it tries to reach towards the sunlight. Plants, anything you're trying to plant, you're trying to grow, it will reach towards the sunlight. We got to have the sun, the light of God. You need the sunlight. You need the light of God. We got a mass incarceration problem. We have a mass incarceration problem. We have injustices that are going on right up under the sun, just like the oppression. But the love, the light of God, shall drive the evil and hate out and make the world great. For tomorrow, today, for God's rays, the children, God's ray of hope for tomorrow. That's what they are. God's ray of hope for tomorrow. What do they give us? Unconditional love. A child just loves you. When you come home from work, that beaming face that you see, that's love. I mean, love is the greatest power. They come into the world knowing how to love. See, that's what I'm saying. It's spirit love. And we all have it. But the evil and hate of the world has caused it to be like driven away. It's still there, but it's like a whole bunch of other stuff piled on top of there. A whole bunch of other different things, other things that got you all upset, got you worked up, grudges and different things. All that's piled up there. So you can't get to that spirit love. You got to move that out the way. You got to grow over that. Whatever they did to you, however they turned you, whatever they told you, whatever they said to you, however they called you, how they last left you, when they looked at you, you got to grow over that. You can't care what people say and what people do. You can't control somebody's mouth. You can't control what they do. Control you. Worry about you. Control you. Really, that's what you got to do. You got to control you. Don't let nobody set off that atomic bomb, that atomic button off of you. People say, as I see Putin, people say, well, that's their country, it's not ours. You can say that and ignore it. But he over there doing some different things. He's making threats, pushing on through, coming on in. Other people are starting to look. They're starting to see what's going on. What's really going on. Evil and hate of oppression. But we got to grow, kings and queens. No matter what side you stand on, no matter what you believe, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. We should be able to sit down without the loss of life of a 6-year-old child in the grocery store. We should be able to sit down, talk, and negotiate. Even if you got to sit at a long table, sit, talk, and negotiate and work some things out without coming to bloodshed. That's it. Whatever side of the fence that you on, because I'm not in the politics, but I see what's going on. I watch and I see. War is good for absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. We're going to rise in God, kings and queens. We're going to grow over this oppression. We're going to turn to the light, the love of God. And we're going to sow love and grow love all around us because we've had enough. So rise, take a stand, take a hand. Man and woman, here we grow. Sow love. Here we grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. All over the world. God bless you.